Alright guys, how's it going? So, we're gonna make this quick. We're gonna make it relatively quicker than the last one I did. So, first off, got a Vita, and I wanted to give you guys an impression of it, and try to make this as best as possible. First off, it's a good device. It's been out for a while. I'm not going to cover the externals of it because you probably already know. It gets fingerprints. Congratulations, we all knew that. The buttons click, yeah. So, first bit of substance in there. Actually no, I'll just settle for this and make it known of my feelings and my personal opinion on this. The Vita is a very good device. It's a very good device that does everything that it sets out to do really, really well. It's a very good gaming platform. The problem is that it doesn't have that many games of interest for a lot of people. And that is a problem when you're paying such a high price for this device. You would expect to get your money's worth out of it. And that's where I come in, and I'd like to explain this to people as best as possible, because I feel that a lot of people don't realize this about it, but there are a lot of games in the untapped market of importing and whatnot out there that can make the Vita worth it. In my case, that was this little thing that I imported from Japan. It has made my purchase that much more worth it, and it has really shown me that the Vita has a lot of promise in different things. Like, there are some things I'm going to show you that I got giddy about that I can't believe I would ever get giddy about. But anyway, that being said, this is a really large device. I honestly don't think I'm going to keep it in my pocket all that often. Like feasibly keeping it on me is like an MP3 player. It just doesn't seem like that's going to be possible due to its size. But yeah, we'll see. But first off, we'll go through it. And I should say, the memory card problem, the memory card thing about the Vita and how you have to pay $20 for a 4 gig. I think it's $30 for a 16 gig, and then I think a 32 gig is like 60 something or 100 something bucks. I'm not sure. Did I run out of power? Methinks I didn't. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't think it's a problem. I'm gonna give my opinion. Remember, this is how I feel, and this is based off of my own income and whatnot. I can spend $20, which is conveniently what I paid for my 4 gig card at Target, on pizza. I can spend $30 on my DVD Blu-ray combo packs. Now, $60 is pushing it, but I already know. I already plan on buying all 3 games. The only 3 games that I want on the Vita, on cards, and the only thing my thing is going to be used for is saves and wallpapers, really. So, that's not an issue to me. It may be to some other people, but to me, I don't see it. And some people should really re-examine why that as being an issue. So, we'll boot it up. I like the user interface a lot. I like the idea that all you need to do to start it is slash the page, or basically pull the page. It's really, really cool and intuitive. So essentially do that. When you turn it on, you're greeted by your first main screen. What's really cool about this is that you can change each one of the wallpapers for each screen, so they don't all have to be the same. So I love the fact that I can have multiple Miku wallpapers in one on my device. And the first screen can be customized as well. Next, I really, really like this music. I love the Wii shop music. I love listening to it, and this kind of has that feel to it, like elevator lounge music, and I really like it. It really relaxes me. So everything works as you think it would, and it's really simple. I thought I would hate the bubble icons, but I don't. I really like them. The whole thing just kind of flows well, so it plays well to the XMB, and both of them sit on my top list of favorite UIs. That aside, I'm going to show you the reason why I'm enjoying this, and I would implore people to go out and give it a shot. To give the Vita a shot in a game that you think is relatively interesting. Maybe not pay the $250 asking price, but it's worth figuring out. I like this song, so you'll have to deal with it in the background. So, for a little bit. So, you have Project Diva. Damn it. Okay, so you have Project Diva. And for those of you born in the 90s, I hope you can remember Tamagotchi. because I'm not somebody who enjoys that. The last time I used a Tamagotchi was when I was 6 or 7. So I don't really do that. Well, Project Diva F has something kind of like that, where you take care of the Vocaloid characters. You don't have to feed them constantly and make sure that they're alive. They'll stay alive, but your goal is to raise their happiness level, I guess, or something like that. I'm not really sure, but all I know is, at first I did not understand this, and I still don't understand it. I do look at a little couple guides to help me out and whatnot, but yeah. Well, the cool thing about it is, and I was messing around with it, and you can tap your Vocaloid, you can pat them on the head, and they just smile at you, You can rub their cheek and whatnot. Well, I used to do that, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm probably never going to do that again. Well, that's when I touched the back screen, I rubbed it a little bit, and it freaks them out. And I was like, maybe this is my fandom speaking, my fan side speaking, but to be honest, I find it really, really cool that they inputted that is a part of this game. They utilize the back screen for something, and to me that shows that there's a lot of promise. I enjoy the fact that there's a lot that can be done here, and I'm actually looking forward to messing around with this a little bit more, getting to know what this is about and what I can do with it. I really am. And it seems kind of silly because it's not something that I would normally do. This isn't something that's like up my alley or anything like that. But I am genuinely interested in playing around with this and seeing what I can and can't do. I like it. So you have your menu for stuff, decorate the room and whatnot. Yeah, stuff like that. So that being said, I also bought this because I like the gameplay. And I'll show you a little bit of it. And just a little bit of it to keep this short as possible, but I like the gameplay of Project Diva. I don't like the speakers of the Vita. I should make that known, but I usually use headphones anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But just a little nitpick on my part. But that's over with. When I finish this up, I'll wrap up and remind you guys of why I think that why my opinion was changed so quickly by this device. How everything works so well that, you can't help but not be impressed by it. It's just, you have to dig for that game that you want. Okay, and another thing that really got me, in the PlayStation, when it first came out, it did not do the XMB, in-game XMB. Now it's kind of a normal thing, but if you remember on the PSP, it's always been like that, where you would always get that gray menu, or you would get the gray menu that says quit, continue, and give you your volume. With the Vita, it's really, really nice that you can kind of go back to your straight UI. The game's still running. I can still access it in time. I can quickly put it on standby by just pressing the power button once. It's really simple. I can go back to the PSN. I can't use the web browser and I can't use YouTube. There are a lot of things that you can't do, but at the same time, it's a start. And I really, really enjoy this. It's really, really streamlined and smooth. The device itself is slick, and there's really no reason why you should hate this device. If you can find a game for it that you like, it's worth it. If there's a game that you want to play on it, it's worth it. If not, you can wait until they drop the price, or you find something for it. But I find that when Persona 4 Golden comes out, a lot more people will find that this is a really, really neat handheld. So I kept it under 10 minutes so you guys can move on with your day, but now you know. So I'll see you guys